Hello everyone, I am Melina Stephen, author, illustrator, and mental health speaker. And today I want to welcome you and want to thank Christy and the team at Family Matters for giving me this opportunity to have a conversation and just to share with you my story, the story behind the actual story. Today I want to talk with you a little bit about abandonment and the invincible scars that women carry. And this story is not just an ordinary story. This is my story. When I was 6 years old, my mother died. This was my first form of abandonment. Then I had to go and live with my father and older siblings. There I experienced the second form of abandonment, emotional abandonment. My father was present in the home, but he was emotionally unavailable. So at 6 years old, I began my childhood trauma of abandonment. You see, I remember standing in a room filled with people, and oftentimes in the past I felt alone. Have you ever just being there and everyone is laughing and you feel lonely? You know, that kind of loneliness cuts deep. And why is it deep? It's because it tells you a very dangerous lie, that you are hard to love. Have you ever thought about that before? Have you ever told yourself that you are hard to love? For years, I carried that lie inside of me. It shaped the way that I acted. It shaped the way that I loved. It also shaped the way that I accepted that love. You see, abandonment doesn't always look like someone is walking away. Sometimes it looks like being emotionally ignored. Being the strong one when there's no safe space at all. Being the giver who gets poured into. Being treated like an option. Being unseen even when you are trying your hardest. And, as women, we have become experts in smiling through invincible wounds. You see, the truth is, abandonment doesn't only break your heart, it breaks your identity. It makes you question your worth. It makes you overgive. It makes you settle. And as a recovering people pleaser, I can tell you that. It makes you chase after people that don't have the capacity to give you the love that you need and you deserve. And for a long time, I believe maybe I could just do better. Maybe what else can I do? They will change. But the thing is that nothing changes until you change. Let's talk about the shift. My shift, it didn't come from fireworks. No. It didn't even come after a big fight. My shift came when I was sick and tired of being sick and tired of being abandoned and being treated the way that I was treated. It didn't come by someone apologizing. Till this day, I haven't received any apologies. It came in the quietest moment. One day I looked in the mirror, tired and drained, and I said, that's enough. I am tired. And for the first time, I told myself, I deserve better. Do you deserve better? Have you told yourself that you deserve better? Healing didn't begin with confidence. No. That's not my beginning. It began with a question. What if I'm not that hard to love, but the people are hard to love? That question changed everything. You see, as a little child growing up, I was expected to be loved by the adults in my life. And that continued, looking for approval, looking for someone to say that I am enough, looking for someone to say you're easy to love. You see, in my book, I talk about the quiet steps and the journey of finding yourself. Healing isn't too loud. Healing begins with saying no without apologizing, resting without guilt, walking away from people who drain you, letting your heart break so your new identity can grow, speaking kindly to yourself, and rewriting stories of abandonment that the abandonment wrote for you, and choosing love from within before seeking it from others. These small steps were my turning point. In my storybook, You're Easy to Love, Healing from Abandonment to Self-Love says, I am abandoned. Am I dreaming? Why am I left? Why did they leave? What did I do? Is this a test? Am I that hard, so hard to love? No, Twinkle, you're easy, so easy to love. You see, I wasn't broken. I was bruised. I wasn't unlovable. I was unprotected. My heart wasn't the problem. It just needed to be held by me first. The moment I stopped begging for love, the moment I stopped chasing for love, and the moment I stopped proving myself to people who didn't see me. And you know when? At what age did I stop looking for approval? In my 30s. My abandonment started at 6 years old, and it finally settled in my 30s. Let's look at the return. Who you become on the other side of healing. When abandonment is all that you've known, self-love feels foreign, like, what is that? But once you learn it, it becomes your foundation. This is what it feels like on the other side. You stop apologizing for your boundaries. You stop accepting crumbs. You stop shrinking yourself to fit into small hearts. You stop loving from insecurity and start loving from fullness. And you know something else happened? Something powerful? I got my joy back. I got my voice, my sense of self-return, and my confidence, my softness. And it's not because I was weak, but because I am healed. I wrote You're Easy to Love because women need to know the truth. You were lovable before anyone failed you. You are worthy before anyone doubted you. You were enough, even when some made you feel that you weren't. If you don't take anything from me today, remember, abandonment was your experience, not your identity. What would you look like? I mean, life. If you truly believed that you are easy to love, let that question sit on your spirit. In closing, I just want to share my journey. I talked about the want, the shift, and the healing. Not because my story is unique, but because it's universal. We've all been abandoned in some way or another. We've all loved people who didn't know how to hold on to us. We've all had those moments when we forgot our worth. But healing begins the moment that you chose yourself. I want you to repeat after me. I am worthy. I am lovable. I am enough. And always will be enough. Thank you for allowing me to share my heart with you today. Thank you for listening and also holding a safe space for me and for me to explore and for you to being brave along your journey of healing. I want you to always remember you are easy to love, always have been, and always will be. Thank you everyone for this opportunity. Have a good day.